Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ken Para. My wife and I are full-time eBay resellers, and today I just want to do a little story time with you. Now, the other day we went to the Goodwill Bins, and we have a home Goodwill Bins that we shop frequently, but this one was on the other side of town. So we had an errand to run over there, so Erica and we went ahead and decided after the errand, let's go ahead and do some sourcing. So we popped in there around 4 o'clock. We're 50-pound people. We do 50 pounds or more because that's when you get the discount. But in this particular trip, there was no way we were going to be able to do that because we were coming much later than we usually do. So we found some good things, and we were really hungry. We hadn't eaten all day. And we are checking out. So upon checkout, they got old tech inside the Goodwill Bins. If you've never been, it's like old computers. When you're looking at the screen, it doesn't usually tell you how much you're paying. And I just go ahead, run my business card, and voila, I get the receipt, and it's $175. Now, that's a lot for what we got. It turned out they charged us for 75 pounds of clothing plus a little bit of hard goods, but we actually only had 22 pounds. Now, how did this happen, right? Well, there are grocery carts or shopping carts, whatever you want to call them, and you're supposed to deduct the weight of the shopping cart. And then whatever's left over, well, that's how much we should pay. Well, this particular gentleman who was checking us out, I don't know if he was new or just didn't know how to use the scale because maybe he worked in the back more often, but he just completely overcharged us. Now, we did already start a relationship with the manager when we walked in because he had these really interesting playing cards here. These Ophidian 2350, and most things at the Goodwill Bins, you buy them by the pound and they're thrown into the bins. But there are a few items they keep inside a glass case, and these cards were behind the glass case. He was trying to broker a deal with us. I looked up the sell-through rate on them, and I was willing to give a few packs a chance. So we had already spoken to this gentleman. So we called him back over. I explained to him the situation. I'm like, look, we got charged for 75 pounds. We only got 20 pounds. I'm pretty strong, but I can't curl 75 pounds in my arms like 10 times. I know I'm not that strong, and here I go. I'm doing the 10-pound curl, and this is pretty light. So unfortunately, we're at the Goodwill Bins, and they do not give refunds. They don't give store credit. It's kind of like, hey, you buy it, it's yours. But they also don't usually make mistakes like this. Not, big ones where you're charging the customer over $80 extra. So he was definitely trying to figure out a solution. And since we make a lot of money from the Goodwill Bins, and I didn't want to cause any problems, I was totally open to a solution that was not sourcing another 50 pounds of merchandise in order to cover the 80 bucks or however 40 pounds, however much it would have been. So we start talking about the cards, and they had a lot of them. And I looked at the sell-through rate. Now, the original sell-through rate was not something I was super interested in. It was only about 20%. There were 15 sold and over 60 listed, maybe 25% or so. But I did a little further research, and I found out that if you only looked at new, like sealed packages, it was closer to a 50% sell-through rate. 31 listed and 15 sold. So here's the quantity right here. So we got 5 big boxes. Each box contains 54 decks. This is a deck, and 144 packs. So yes, we got about 100, 200, 250 plus, and that's going to be a little bit over 125 possible sales at $20 a pop. So not bad. But we ended up buying a lot of cards, right? That's a whole lot of cards. So although, yeah, Goodwill definitely overcharged us, thankfully we were able to work out something that works for them and also worked for us. Now, as a reseller, my only concern with this purchase is I have a lot of sales to make. And when you look at the sold comps, there's only 15. So I got a lot more than 15 items to sell. There's 6 packs in each box. I think I got 5 boxes. So I'd have to do the sell-through rate like twice over. So hopefully there's enough interest over time for us to sell all these cards off. But I just thought that was kind of an interesting story to share with you, because we go to the Goodwill bins all the time, and sometimes we get overcharged because I leave a water bottle inside my cart on accident, which I'm not bringing that up to anyone. But never have I ever been overcharged by like literally 50 pounds. So please, if you have any interesting stories from the Goodwill bins, I'd love to hear them. You can share them inside the comments. We are a new channel, and we love your support. So if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button or subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you next time.